Alright. So, new build. I had a walker build in my blueprints, but I ended up deleting it because for how strong it was, or for its power score, it was actually fairly weak. Back when I built it, it was actually pretty strong for its power score, but not so much anymore. So, I made this build instead, which, funny enough, I think most of the parts, at least cabinet, is from the Steppenwolf faction. Let me see something. Where is it? Here. I don't remember if the Executioners are from this faction. No, they're from the Nomads, aren't they? Was it the Nomads or the Scavengers? One of these guys had the radars are from this. One of these guys had the Executioners. Wasn't the Lunatics. Yeah, I think it was this guy. I think it was these guys. Yeah. Alright. Anyways. I suppose the only part I'm really using from this faction is this and a few of the structural parts, maybe. Anyways. So. These don't end up needing as much armor on this build because they're partly protected by the giant plow of the Bastion cabin. Unfortunately, that doesn't work against doesn't help much against energy weapons, but it does mean that the cabin's taking the damage instead of the weapons themselves. Now, I have this because I can see where opponents are, and I believe it helps increase the accuracy of course cannons. I believe they count as explosive weapons, but even if they don't, at the very least, it helps me, allows me to see opponents. Got a reload module, and then I am running the, what are these called? The Titan legs. Reload, and yeah, about 5,000, or no, that's about 6,000 damage. And even if I do run into another Bastion, which I actually do on a pretty frequent basis, I'm at an angle enough that I can shoot the cabin instead. Now, the other thing is, because of the way I have the cannons mounted, I can aim lower than I normally would be able to if I had them facing upright. So now, I'm going to play some more matches with this build, because I played a bunch earlier. Oh, I'm also running the J-Pilot because, I mean, she's for sniper weapons. I will see y'all in my next match. I'm probably going to farm batteries. Alright. This match loaded fairly fast. I ended up deciding to farm plastic because I noticed I have less of that than I do batteries. Let's see how this goes. This guy's just... I think there's somebody in stealth on the bridge. And then there's that. This map is a little challenging for sniping. There we go. Oh dear. Well, that's a bit of a problem. I mean, that's one down. I mean, sure. What the hell am I stuck on? There we go. Whoops. Reload. Oh, flamethrower turret. I should probably move away from that. What? Did that happen? Okay. That did not work too well for him. I only have one cannon left. The minigunner did manage to take it off. Well, there's only one opponent left, and I think he's that... Yep, he's that tall thing over there. I bonked him on the head. I'm not really in a spot where I've got a clean line of sight on him. And I've only got one leg, so I'm moving really slow. Oh. I got him. Okay, well. It's not a terrible first match. Not the best, but I survived. Alrighty. This map should be interesting. I think we've got more bots on this team. Let's see. I think we've got one bot on each team. Never mind. Okay, problem is, being out here means I'm a sitting duck for clarinet snipers. Okay, shield gone. Well, that's a problem. Okay, it's broken. Or damaged. If I can get one more shot off on him. There we go. Cannon gone. Dead. Okay, clarinet guy is back here somewhere. Problem is, okay. Well, that works. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to land the shot on his cabin, otherwise I'd definitely gotten him. But still, that wasn't that bad. Alright, let's try this again. Forgot to start my recording. Haven't missed anything. I just spawned in. Well, I suppose you missed me getting bullied by my teammate, but I don't think we missed too much there. I don't think I hit that. Am I missing a leg already? No, I'm just tipping to the side for some reason. Okay, that was full on his track. Okay, he'll be dead. I only hit with one. I want to get that guy's weapons. Okay, teammate should have him from there. I didn't get that. There's one opponent left. They're over there. No, they're a bot. I think. Okay. I mean, he's not going to be able to do too much to me. Maybe snipe off one of my weapons. Can I? Yeah, I can hit him. I potentially could have hit him around that corner, but my weapons aren't as accurate as I would like. They're not pinpoint accurate, so I might have hit the edge of the building. And that wasn't bad. Alright. So this build does fairly well on this map when I played earlier this morning. Biggest issue is people sniping you. I don't actually know what Jay does now. She clearly doesn't. She clearly no longer makes people like. I think she's got like a damage stacking effect. I mean, where? I'm probably better off just jumping down here. Now I only have one cannon left. That's unfortunate. I still don't know from where I'm getting sniped from. It's this guy. Yeah. Leave my side exposed. Okay, well that's going to be even better. Okay. Sure. Well, now I'm on fire. Pun most definitely not intended. I have no idea where these last two opponents are. Oh, there's one. I actually hit that. Block it with my face. Dang it. I don't know why my shot didn't go off. But even with that, that was still pretty decent. Not bad. The biggest issue for me with the turret placing guy was the flamethrower turret, because yeah, that can do some pretty decent damage. Alrighty. I will see you all in the next match, which will probably be the last. Alright, this match should be interesting. This map is pretty good for sniping. Of course, if my entire team goes this way, and the enemy team decides to rush us, they don't appear to be doing that. Oh, come on. There we go. slight turn messed up my entire thing. Alright, I guess I'll go offer some fire support over here. Let's see what we're dealing with. I accidentally got away my teammate. Alright, you're on fire. Go for that guy. He's now incurred damage. Like that guy. That is an opponent, but... I mean, I'm... That guy's definitely coming for me again. Give him my face this time. He's coming up behind me. Dang it. Okay, that's one of those gone and the other one's unsparking. Okay, if I can disarm that guy, then I only have to worry about the guy who's on fire and one-shottable. Of course, we don't really have the time to deal with either, so let's draw. Maybe I should have gone after that guy. Still, that wasn't half bad. Alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed.